I'm Jenna. This is my apiary, so welcome to my beehives. I have 2 hives here, and I'm going to go into this one today. I'd love for y'all to see what the bees are doing inside, and they're coming in and out. I've already lit my smoker, and what the smoke does is confuse the bees from sending chemical signals to talk to each other through the air. This way it makes them a little more calm so I can go into the hive. So I'm going to smoke it and open it up. Here you can see the bees are coming in and out, but they fill up the whole box. Here's the lid. And I'll go through a couple of the levels. You can come closer and see what they're doing. So there are probably 50,000 little bees in here. They're coming in and out of the front. They're collecting they're collecting nectar and pollen from flowers and bringing it into the hive. Here I have some traps for hive beetles, which can be a pest to the bees. In the box here are frames which the bees build wax on, and they fill the wax with honey. So I'm going to separate the frames to give me room to pull one out. Each box has 10 frames of wax that the bees are filling. Inside they're just working. They're very calm. This is another trap I'm moving out of the way for the nasty hive beetles. This top box is the bees' honey stores. So here's where they're putting the honey. Down lower is where the babies are, the brood. This is a frame of honey. I can bring it closer. So this is so the bees fill it with nectar. They cool, or they evaporate off the water, the moisture, and then once they have it low enough, the moisture content, the bees cap over the top of the cells. So this is a honey cell with bees on it. This handy little device is called a frame perch. I can use it to hold my frame for me. I try to move slowly and carefully, giving the bees time to get out of the way. This is another trap for the nasty beetles. And here we have more honey. The bees hanging off each other, that's called festooning. So that's all honey. We hold it up to the light, you can see how it glows too. I'm going to go a box or two lower so you can see the baby bees. This top box of honey is probably about 40 or 50 pounds. They have it about full. But below is where the queen is laying eggs and the baby bees are being raised. So I'm going to pull off this top box. The bees glue things together. They actually gather resin from trees and turn it into propolis or glue. And they glue everything together. This is a little bit of comb they built in between the boxes here. We don't need that. And here maybe I can find a frame of brood of baby bees. Now baby bees look very different from adult bees because they start out as little eggs laid in the cells of the honeycomb and grow into larvae, which are little white worms, but then they get bigger. I think this is still honey. I'm going to pull this out. Okay, this is brood. Brood just means the babies, the nursery. So this is really cool. Got a couple bees checking me out. So in here, this is see how this is a different color, this darker brown versus the light color of the honey? That's where the baby bees are being incubated. So the nurse bees are younger bees that are already adults and hatched, but they're feeding the baby bees. And once the baby bees have grown for a few days, then they cap over, and after a few days they hatch into big bees like these. So these are all worker bees doing their jobs, and the queen is somewhere in here laying eggs. She's the only one. She's the mama of the whole bunch. And she lives about 2 or 3 years, while these guys live about 6 weeks. And so these 2 boxes are where all the brood, the nursery, where all the babies are being raised. Now I'm going to close it back up. I give them a little smoke that tells the bees to go down back into the frames. I don't want to crush them. I can use they go down, there they go. If I need to, I can use the brush to knock them back in. And the honey box will go back up top. Need a little wedge. So the honey is back on. The lid will go back on. This is a little inner cover like an attic for their house. I'm trying not to squish any, but somebody always gets squished. There's a few bees in the lid here. Just knock them back in the middle so I don't push them out. And there they are. And now if you come around to the front a little bit, you can see the bees going in and out. The workers are out collecting pollen and nectar and bringing it into the hive to transfer to the other bees to feed the babies and fill the stores for winter. And then they go back out and find more. So it's like a busy little bee airport around here. I call this my bee TV. It's fun to watch. Thank you for checking out my hives with me today.
have to do it. I
Oh.
can't.
I think we just hit.
Oh.